viewers, and welcome back to the Lead-Laced Anarchy channel here on YouTube with another Ohio Patriot Education Network takeover because of our recent channel strike on our own channel. Today, for this Freedom Friday, we'll be talking about Wayne LaPierre resigning from the NRA. And other various news stories of the day. Obviously, Wayne LaPierre is resigning right as he's about to be criminally indicted potentially for corruption and a bunch of other shit in a bunch of different states than it is right now. Should have happened to that asshole decades ago during 86, the Hughes Amendment stuff, honestly. When the NRA fucked us back then under LaPierre's fucking leadership. Of course, they bought out all the Tommy guns and every other full auto at the time that they could get their damn grubby little slimy ass hands on before they did that shit. And then we're like, okay, Joe Biden and company, go ahead and pass the anti-gun law into place there, the amendment for it to fuck people out of full auto now forever. Unless they have tax stamp shit. Fuck that bullshit. Fuck asking government's permission for fucking tyranny, dude. Fucking ridiculous as it is. So, anyway. But yeah, anyways. That being said, we'll be talking about that one. We'll be talking about a couple of different stories here that I thought were interesting about career criminals getting away with criminality and not being held accountable for their actions in my state, and then, of course, killing people in other states is what it is there. And then you got, most recently, what put up here on Twitter / well, actually, a couple different ones I'll talk about here on X. There was one of some fucking psycho lunatic trans motherfucker who, like, honestly, and I'm going to see what it is, man. Like, this is the problem when we don't have forced mental institutionalization in this country. We have nuts like this fucking walking around wishing to off people they claim are transphobes now, dude. It's fucking ridiculous. As you can see from the TikTok things, the person said, and I quote, I will blankety blank you as many times as possible. And literally talking about death threats is what it is. People that, are quote unquote transphobes is what it is, dude. As I said, trans extremism is real. It's not even trans extremism, dude. It's just fucking leftist nut jobbery is real, is what it is there. And that's the problem with the left in this country, dude. They're fucking violent pieces of shit in general. The Antifas, the BLMs. Why do you think I have been sitting here under the network moniker for the past couple of years, calling these people the fucking domestic terrorists that they are, dude? Because they are. By definition, they fit the fucking definition of terrorism to the T. Which is to do violent intimidations on people in pursuit of political aims is what it is. The political aim being to basically destroy us all is what it is. Kill us all. And this is something Corey and I were having a conversation about in Discord a little bit ago here is what it was. Which I wish he was here actually to talk about this more, but we'll talk about it anyway. He was saying the thing he doesn't understand about these people that are on the left right now that are trying to take away people's rights is what it is whether it be First Amendment, Second Amendment, whatever the case be, is if they actually get their end game and they achieve their actual goal, all they're going to do is have their shit taken away too. And I think the biggest problem with that is that they don't think, because they are fucking NPCs. They are non-playable characters in this country. They are literally fucking brainwashed automatons is what it is, dude. And so the only thing they'll think about, they'll have that literally one-track mind, that tunnel vision is what it is, to be like, I must destroy this thing, and not have the, big picture window vision of, okay, here's the consequences of this happening, and me actually getting what I want is what it is then. And it's you destroy everybody else's shit too, including your own, dude. And it's like I've said before with these people, dude, like, they all think it's going to be people like me that are going to be the first ones at the fucking wall, dude. Like, nah, bro. Like, who did Hitler kill as soon as he got into power? Who did Stalin kill as soon as he got into power? Who did all of these people, all these dictators throughout history, dude? Who'd they kill as soon as they assumed power and dictatorships and stuff like that? It was the idiotic fucking morons who helped them get into power there. It was the Bolsheviks. It was the SA in Hitler's case, where you had the SS take them out in their long knives and stuff like that. It was these people that helped these people get into power, only to then be betrayed by the very thing that they helped achieve. which it wasn't really a betrayal because that person was basically telling you in your face, like, I'm going to be a dictator. This is how I'm going to dictate, you know? Like, tough shit. We already know how, and that's the thing, right? Like, the whole point is, why would, like, this is really what comes down to being honest, too, for that matter. It's like, all these people out there that want to create revolutions, or like leftist revolutions, what it is, the color revolution, whatever you call them at that point. Why do you think they would take you out, dude? Maybe it's because of the fact you know how to actually overthrow something. Maybe that's why. Because they know if you can overthrow some other person's, you know, civility or their country or whatever the case be, to put this person into their dictatorship powers, why wouldn't you just do the same thing at the top of their dictatorship and put another person in power? Then is what it is. So of course they're going to put you to the fucking wall. Of course they're going to put one in your fucking dome, etc. Like, that's the whole entire point, dude. So why don't you just fuck off, people? Seriously. And I'm talking to everybody out there, but I'm specifically talking about one of these fucking idiots on Twitter today is what it is, dude. Which is this stupid fucking cunt right here. What is this stupid bitch's name? I can't remember offhand. I've seen this deranged lunatic a couple times, though, and she's like, this particular one, she's bitching about guns and all this other stuff like that. And every single fucking word out of her mouth is a goddamn lie, dude. Every single fucking thing that this dumb bitch is saying right now in this 40-second clip, where she's like, "Oh, we Americans," and then just talks about like all kinds of gun shit or anti-gun shit for that matter, where it's like, "Oh, mass shootings this and suicides that and everything else like that," is what it is, dude. And it's like, bitch, you are such a fucking goddamn liar. Like, first of all, bring the fucking stats, bitch. Actually have fucking research evidence in hand at that point. And I'm not talking about the fucking bullshit from Moms Man Action or fucking Bloomberg or Giffords or any other fucking assholes that will literally sit, or Dump on Us Archive for that matter, that literally skew the fucking numbers to make things look worse than they actually are, you dumb bitch. Because that's exactly what you're fucking quoting is what it is. You're sitting there claiming, oh, more kids die every year from guns, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, when you include 18 and 19-year-old fucking adults who have voting rights in this country as children, of course there's going to be more children killed every year by fucking shit when you count adults as fucking children. And it's the same exact shit for that matter with everything else, dude. It's like her fucking bullshit lies about like, oh, mass shootings this, mass shootings that. Yeah, when you count every fucking drive-by at 3 o'clock in the morning, that's like a block from a fucking school as a school shooting, dude. Of course you're going to have like 10,000 school shootings a fucking year, you idiot. Like, no, you're a fucking moron, bitch. Okay, here's what it says. Here's Sunny Juju 65 is what she calls herself there on TikTok. Yeah, you're a fucking dumb cunt, lady. You should never have voting rights in this country ever again because you're a fucking retarded piece of shit, spewing misinformation like crazy all over social media. You were the exact reason why 9th Amendment was a mistake, lady. You, madame, with your crazy ass glasses and your crazy ass fucking Cruella de Vil haircut and fucking facial features and demonic ass smile and shit like that. Like, goddamn, lady. Remember the first time I saw this woman was like, I don't know, 2 or 3 months ago now. And it was her basically bitching about Trump and sucking Biden's dick, essentially, is what it was at the time. And then going further down the post, actually, on this, we'll actually talk about this post for a minute, actually, right now, because I do want to mention something here. Going further down here that says, they always lie. Yeah. And it's the exact same fucking crazy eyes with everybody, dude. It's this one with her glasses on. It's this other chick there with not glasses on. Other crazy leftist nuts, and then with glasses. That one, real famous one. Adam Schiff, obviously, is this one right here. You got AOC's crazy ass right here. And then I'm trying to think who this person is right here, actually. I feel like that last one underneath Schiff right there looks familiar, too. I want to say that was another anti-gunner, like that Gonzalez girl or whatever it was. It was Hogg's buddy is what it was there. Actually, what the comment section says on that actually makes sense. They are all high on Adderall. Which, by the way, if those don't know what Adderall is, dude, it's legalized meth. So you're saying they're all high on meth right now. That makes sense, dude. Big form of methamphetamines? Hell yeah. Or speed or whatever they call it then. Yeah, so you got a bunch of crazy leftists all high on speed and shit. Well, it could be that. It could also be like Prozac or Xanax or Percocet or something else for that matter, dude. Or some other fucking psychoactive drug or something like that in their system then. You know, it's like that one video we talked about sometime last year. I think it was on this channel, but I think it was also, or not this channel. It was on the network channel there, but it was also on Honda's channel on one of his streams at one point, where we were talking about, it was some dude going to a Christmas party or something like that from, I think it was 2021 maybe. Or no, not 2021. It would have been 2022 because last year was 2023. Sorry, I'm mixing my years. 2024 now is what it is. Yeah, it would have been his Christmas family gathering, whatever, in 2022 then. And it was basically in the year 2023, what we talked about there, where it was him going around and it was like all these people that were like sisters and cousins and different relatives to him and stuff like that, aunts, you know, mother, etc. there. I think even his dad was in the list too, is what it was. And every single person that they pointed the camera at was on some kind of fucking psych drug. Like whether it be like 25 milligrams of this or 50 milligrams of that or 100 milligrams of this, whatever it was there. And it was just all kinds of shit, dude. Like I said, from Xanax to Zoloft to Percocet, et cetera there. Vicodins, all this other stuff like that's what it is, dude. Like different pain pills, different Adderall was another one of them too, for that matter. And yeah, it's like all these fucking psychoactive drugs, man. And then you wonder why people are so psychotic anymore in this country. You wonder why you have our fucking water supply be contaminated with all this shit is what it is, dude. You wonder why you got these kids going on fucking killing sprees now is what it is at 16, 17, 18 years old and stuff. Not that hard to figure out, man. They're all fucking insane. Yeah, I agree with what this person said here. It said, damn, dude, this shit is creepy as fuck, meaning all these fucking crazy-eyed people is what it is. It is, man. It's fucking nuts because they're all fucking nuts. They're all a bunch of psycho-ass lunatics, dude. And this guy said that's their tell. They're lying. That and they're talking. Let's see if anybody else say anything else here. Yeah, somebody else said definitely something going on here. Somebody said it's called something. Never once failed to identify relative degree of lunacy about to be spewed at me from someone who has already decided that they are the most accurate and interesting and normal person in the state. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's all a bunch of nut jobs, though, what it is, dude. People are all fucking nuts, is what it is. Sorry, I had to laugh at that one because going further down the thing, it's just somebody doing a screenshot of this crazy ass woman. Dude, she just looks like this woman just looks like somebody's going on a killing spree later, is what it is, dude, or something, seriously. Like, she just looks like somebody's going to go, like, pick up a knife and just start stabbing people randomly or something like that for real. Let's see, somebody else said she's a liberal. She should live here. Said perfect place for liberals. Never forget about it. I never thought about this one before. Prisons. Everyone is treated equally. Free food, free medical and health care. Only the police and guards have guns. Liberal paradise. Yeah, they should be in prisons with this dude. Anyway, somebody else said they never do. You see, there is no soul in there, just an empty shell. Yeah, and that is true, by the way. If you look at that, like, look at her eyes, dude. Like, Duke brought this up to me recently about the whole eye thing, where it's like, if you can see, like, the upper whites of their eyes or whatever the case be, it's usually because they're psychotic lunatics is what it is there. And yeah, I guarantee you 50, 60 years ago, this woman right here would be in a fucking nut house in a rubber, and literally a straight jacket in some rubber room, like fucking like banging against the walls and shit, dude. But yet instead, in 2024 now, she's able to sit out here and spew her bullshit is what it is. Her literal fucking leftist lies that are just made up garbage from Bloomberg and other anti-gun organizations to try to fuck with our constitutional rights. And guess what, motherfuckers? It doesn't matter how many kids you kill in fucking false flag attacks. We will never give up our fucking gun rights to you cocksuckers. And we will go to fucking war with you if it comes to it, motherfuckers. Because I'm over this shit at this point, man. You want to fucking create a civil war in this country, a second American Civil War, motherfuckers? Bring it fucking on. Because most of us are armed to the fucking teeth, and we will do everything we possibly can to survive against your fucking asses. But of course, you're so much of a bunch of pussies like you fucking Bloomberg, you pedophile piece of shit. You're going to sit there and hide behind armed guards 24/7 and have them be your fucking jackbooted thugs and take away my gun rights and everybody else for that matter. Yet meanwhile, your bitch ass is sitting there in a fucking bunker someplace, you fucking douchebag. But you'll have your little moms in action puppets in my fucking state, All from Connecticut, by the way, have no business being in Ohio because they're all fucking Connecticut transplants. That's what it is, dude. They take your fucking asses back to shithole of Sandy Hook area there in Connecticut is what it is, man. And fuck off back to their state, their home state is what it is there, man, for real. Sitting there spewing their fucking lies, talking about, oh, if Ohio passes constitutional carry, there's going to be the Wild Wild West again. There's going to be blood in the streets and all this other horse shit. Oh, guess what? There fucking wasn't, you stupid fucking cunts. Quite literally, as we talked about earlier this week on the main channel, and we'll bring it back up right fucking now, actually, while I'm sitting here thinking about it. Where we have, where's that now? Shit. Okay. That's not it. Sorry. Okay, here it is. Yeah. We got Ohio permitless carry. Shocker. Did not, in fact, create a Wild West, according to AG Dave Yost in the study they did here is what it was. So Ohio law allowing people to carry concealed weapons without training or permits hasn't immediately led to increased violence in the streets or more injured police, new study found. In June 2022, specifically June 13, 2022, the day that open became a thing here in this country, said involving 21 and older, or allowing individuals 21 and over to carry concealed weapons without taking a class or permit, which, by the way, I love how they paint that, by the way, because it's like acting as if everybody over the age of 21 can do that stuff. No, it's only people that are not convicted felons and people who have had their rights restored from a felony that can do that kind of stuff, dude. If you're somebody that has a felony record, you can't fucking carry a gun concealed in this state at all, man. And I also love how pieces of shit like Christine Woolworth and stuff like that here, who's one of like the MD heads, she's like a chapter head is what it is for the state of Ohio is what it is right now. During the whole hearings and stuff was like, oh, but if somebody carries around a loaded concealed firearm, as if the fucking criminals aren't doing that, you stupid bitch. Like that's the whole point, lady. All that constitutional carry was doing was leveling the playing field between armed criminal and good guy with a fucking gun. Instead of having an armed criminal up here, good guy down here, you have them at the fucking same level now, where you can fight fucking fire with fire and deal with the fucking situation at hand, dumb bitch. That's the entire point. Anyway, said Yost, a new study from his office in Bowling Green State University examined crimes involving firearms, showing Ohio's new constitutional carry law isn't the problem. Said surest takeaway is that it didn't really have an impact on gun violence. Implementation of constitutional carry did not cause an uptick in gun violence, as was predicted by several local mayors and Moms Demand Action members, etc. However, many local leaders remain concerned that the changes to state law, including concealed carry, have made firearms more accessible, easier to buy and sell, and harder to get out of the hands of people who should not have them, said Kerry McCarthy, executive director of Ohio Mayors Alliance, which is nothing more than a Bloomberg subsidiary, a bunch of BS it is there, dude. Which, just going to point this out, by the way, this was like 2-year study they did for this whole thing, dude, where it was June 2021, June 2022, June 2023, year before, year after, right in the middle, and you actually had a decrease in violent crime. You actually had a decrease in people who are losing their rights now because, shocker, you can't have the fucking piece of shit-ass fucking cops going around and being like, oh, this dude fucking illegally turned right on a red light or whatever it was, turned left on a red light, whatever, I forget which one it is, actually, it's legal in the state of Ohio. But yeah, they turned like on a red light is what it was or whatever. Let us pull them over in some bullshit fucking Terry stop crap. Oh, do you have any firearms on you, sir? We saw you were, looking around in your fucking thing and like doing your hand gestures and stuff like that when I pulled up on you there. And of course, I'll have them get out of the car and search the car, then to find a fucking gun and be like, oh, now you're under arrest for mishandling of firearms in motor vehicles. What it is then, which, like I said before on the main channel, is it's either a 4th or a 5th degree felony in the state of Ohio to do that kind of stuff, or at least it was before this. Now, granted, that being said, now that constitutional carry exists here, shocker, the fucking bitch-ass cops have to actually obey the Constitution that they swore to uphold to begin with. And they can't just willy-nilly fuck with people's rights like that, dude. And illegally search on some bullshit fucking suspicion crap is what it is, dude. Because you're technically breaking people's Fourth Amendment rights and a few other things for that matter, too, on that matter. And they can sue the fuck out of you then, as they should be able to, assholes. You fucking scumbag, jackbooted thugs. So, yeah, I'm just fucking over it, dude. I really am. But yeah, these people are a bunch of damn liars, dude. They'll sit there and lie and falsely claim, like, oh, constitutional carry is going to be the Wild West and blood in the streets. Except it wasn't, you stupid fucking lying cunts. And honestly, I feel like that alone should be opening up Moms Demand Action members in general and the whole group entirely, as well as any other Bloomberg subsidiary, whether it be Everytown or whatever the case be there, to massive fucking lawsuits for slander and defamation, dude. Because you're trying to defame gunners in this country, you're trying to defame the Second Amendment, etc. there, and slander everybody is what it is on that one. Only for it to turn around and be like, no, you're just a fucking lying sack of shit, you fucking lying sack of shit. Fuck you, cunts. Also, while we're at it, fuck Wayne LaPierre, dude. I forgot to mention that, because we were obviously going to talk about him today is what it is. If I can find the damn article, here's what it is right now. Shit, where did it go now? I thought I had one up here already. I guess not. I have to go find one real fast then. I know exactly where one's at, though. So, I just need to pull up the Discord here, because there's about 10 different ones for Wayne LaPierre's bitch ass now. So, let's see, where are we at now? Wayne LaPierre. I know I saw it earlier here in one of these Discords. There it is. Yeah, it was excuse me. It was Wayne LaPierre announced his resignation as NRA chief. LaPierre's resignation takes effect January 31st. Like I said, of course, this is right as he's about to be indicted on corruption charges in a bunch of different states. What it is, man. Said longtime NRA chief Wayne LaPierre, who's a scumbag fucking sack of shit who's fucked us all on gun rights for decades now, including fucking us out a full audit, you fucking asswipe, claimed, with great pride in all that we have accomplished. You've accomplished nothing, you fuckface. Said, I am announcing my resignation from the NRA. LaPierre said in a press release, which was exclusively obtained by Fox News Digital. LaPierre claimed, I've been a card-carrying member of the organization for most of my adult life and will never stop supporting the NRA in its fight to defend Second Amendment freedom. Then actually do that, motherfucker. Then actually come to states like Ohio or like Pennsylvania or like Michigan or whatever the case be and actually embrace constitutional carry as it stands in its original form, you fucking douchebags. Don't come here to my state in February 2022 while the General Assembly is literally passing it out of committees into floor hearings and be like, oh, but we should have a watered down version that includes Terry stops now. Fuck you, Wayne LaPierre, you fucking cocksucker. It was you and it was your little fucking puppetry from the NRA that fucked us out of a better version of constitutional carry, just like you assholes fucked us out of a better version of Stand Your Ground, where it could have been no civil lawsuits allowed, but instead you had a bunch of cuck-ass fucking rhinos in the Ohio General Assembly fucking take your backdoor-ass bribes there from your fucking douchebag asses and add in some fucking civil lawsuit bullshit so it's not even Stand Your Ground, it's Expand on Castle Doctrine is what it is now. And it has been for 2-something years now is what it is now. It's fucking bullshit, dude, entirely. It's one of the main things that you've already done away with and been... that part of it should have done away with, and it should have been done piece of legislation without the fucking BS for criminals' families to be able to civilly lawsuit you when you have to actually take your defense in your own hands is what it is then to deal with their fucking asses and save your life or the lives of others for that matter. They're trying to kill is what it is then. So, anyway. It says NRA President Charles Cotton said during the board meeting Friday in Irvine, Texas, that he accepted LaPierre's resignation. LaPierre 74 cited health reasons for his motivation behind his departure. Yeah, sure, that's what it is, buddy boy. Sure, it's not the fact you're about to be arrested on corruption charges and a bunch of other criminal shit, douchebag, you fucking scumbag, Wayne, cocksucker. I seriously fucking hate Wayne LaPierre and the NRA, dude. They have fucked us over on so many gun rights in this country. It's not even funny, dude. Which makes logical sense when you think about it, right? Because as a, actual bunch of assholes whose entire scheme is to make money off the Second Amendment, of course you're just going to have it be just a little bit of non-infringement here and there over decades of time, instead of actually being like, no, we're going to fight like hell. We're going to do lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit and get rid of all this shit. Get rid of the fucking NFA, get rid of the fucking GCA, get rid of the Hughes Amendment, etc. And just fucking domino smack them down, basically. And if the NRA actually gave a shit, dude, they would have been fighting against the Hughes Amendment back in 86, dude. They wouldn't have been fucking lobbying for it while buying up fucking full auto like crazy, every single Tommy gun in this country, etc. Right before they, like, quintupled in price and then quintupled again like a year later is what it was then, dude. So it became like 8 to 10 times its fucking value in like a time span of like 8 months, basically, or a year or so. So, anyway, goddamn. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, that's frightening. Oh, man. Sorry, I clicked back on that X story of that crazy ass bitch falsely claiming all the anti-gun shit is what it was there. And it was just that picture of her, like, all like, ah. It's like, Jesus Christ. Like, dude, that's some scary shit, man. That's like some fucking, like, put some fucking horror music behind that. Just be like, ah. It's just like, yeah, just like some fucking psycho, man. Like, for real. We'll grab that as a screenshot, actually, so I can put that up to somebody then. All right. Let's see here now. Yeah, this person said she's going to go after alcohol as well, right? And then went on the whole thing about alcohol deaths every year is what it is, and then that actually is true. Yeah, and somebody brought up that point. This one makes a great point. Every law-abiding citizen should carry. Exactly. And then we got same vibes, this crazy bitch right here. Somebody else said, wow, did that woman spin the statistics? Yeah, they're all fake statistics, by the way, dude. It's all fake stats. It's all stats. If you actually look up where she's getting that shit from, dude, it's all directly from Everytown, Moms Demand, Giffords, etc. Every anti-gun group in this country. It's all the shit from their websites and stuff, dude. And of course, it's all made up BS is what it is, dude. It's just like all these BS fucking things where they're all like, oh, 95% of Americans support some kind of gun control. No, they fucking don't, dude. What you have is you have legitimately 500 to 1,000 people, sometimes less even for that matter, like the one that they did here for Ohio recently, where it was some college where it was like 460-something people is what it was last year. And they're like, yeah, 85% of people, or whatever the fuck it was at the time, they're like, they all support universal background checks and red flag laws and shit. No, what you have is you have about 400-something people of the 460-something jackasses you fucking talk to that are all like, yeah, I support this stuff. Because what you're actually talking to them about, by the way, when you do these fake-ass stats like that, is you are legitimately asking them, do you support background checks? Not, do you support universal background checks, including a gun registry / roster and every single firearm having to be done a background check, even something where it's friend-to-friend, person-to-person stuff. Because I guarantee you almost nobody would be like, no, fuck that, dude. Why would I ever want to create a Hitlerian gun roster so you fuckers can confiscate my shit later? Go fuck yourself. And that's exactly what it is at the end of the day. It's a bunch of shit, dude. Just like this story here is what it is. Where it was from asshole Merrick Garland's office there. New gun law has blocked over 500 firearms from being bought by young people, Attorney General says. Says more than 500 gun purchases have been blocked since a new law requiring stricter background checks for young people went into effect in 2022, Garland said Friday. Day after a school shooting in Iowa left a 6th grader dead, which, by the way, was a fucking other trans shooter. But, of course, the mainstream media is fucking covering that shit up like fucking crazy. Because why wouldn't they? And, of course, you got all these fucking piece of shit assholes in the little quilt bag mafia over there sitting there cucking for that motherfucker instead of being like, no, this person was mentally ill. Fuck them. They're not part of our fucking group is what it is. You know, we condemn their asses. That's what they need to be saying at that point, dude. Anything less is you being a fucking scumbag acceptor is what it is, man. Let's see. Said bipartisan law passed 2022, which I'm guessing will be the Safer Communities Act. BS is what it is. Yeah, requiring gun purchases by people under 21. Said those denied a gun purchase included a person convicted of rape, a suspect in an attempted murder case, and someone who has been involuntarily committed for mental institution treatment. Okay. You say that about 500 people being denied their rights or whatever the case be to purchase, dude, because they're all, potentially criminals or whatever the case be. Okay. What about the tens of thousands who actually aren't criminals and are being fucked over currently? Like everybody down there in Florida specifically is what it is, where you have that bullshit after Parkland there, where it's potentially like a pretty much like 2-year waiting period now or longer even for some people who go into a gun shop to buy a fucking gun. And now it's like, oh, give the government every fucking amount of time they have to do stuff here. They're going to take all the fucking time in the world then, dude. And you got people who have literally went there to go do a background check. Background check should have come back in 72 hours, 3 days, motherfucker. And yet 2 years later, you have people there to buy guns who still can't buy a fucking gun because their background check is still being processed by the fucking Florida State Police and shit like that. Like, you want to talk about unconstitutional, dude? You want to talk about a shitload of fucking Bill of Rights violations on that one? Yeah, enough is enough of this crap, dude, for real. It's all a bunch of garbage entirely. And how much you want to bet that some of the people on that 500 list were actually illegal aliens in this country, dude? I wouldn't be least bit surprised by it, honestly. So... That's funny. As Paul's point person said, this woman here, this crazy bitch here, was the one family member that has to, how'd they put it now? Go back on that now real quick. Yeah, it said the one family member who has to force their political views on you at every family gathering. Yep, exactly. This person here said we should definitely outlaw guns. It works so well with drugs. There were only 112,000 plus drug overdose deaths in 2023 alone. Yeah, exactly. Somebody else said, can you even imagine not being able to think for yourself at that age? Being that old ass woman there. I guarantee this woman's got to be in her late 50s or 60s, nothing else, dude. At least that old. Yeah, she's just, that's the thing, dude. This is the problem when you have leftist MPs like this. They're just regurgitating all kinds of bullshit they've heard from fucking media or anybody else like that, dude, is what it is. They have no original thought for themselves at all, man. So it's like, why even bother listening to their horseshit is what it is, dude. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're not going to. Fuck them. Yeah, and of course, she kept using we're Americans. Yeah, like, it's like that whole thing with the whole dink shit or whatever the case be, or whatever the fuck those assholes call themselves, the double income, no kids people. And they're like, we're dinks. We're just a bunch of douchebags. Like, that's pretty much what she's fucking saying, that whole thing, dude, is what it is. That's what you are, man. You're a fucking douchebag is what it is, lady. Fuck you. So, anyway. What's I going to say now? Okay. That is weird. So I'm getting comments in the comment section, but there's no live views right now on the channel. That's okay. There it pops up now. That's really weird, man. YouTube is definitely fucking with me, I think is what it is right there. So, but yeah, as this person here said, it was, this guy right here was saying, we're Americans. We've used our guns to protect our homes, businesses, life over 1 million times every year. And that's actually true, by the way. That's actually a true statement right there, dude. That is a true fact. I don't like the bullshit this woman's fucking spewing. Because the truth of the matter is, you have over 1 million gun uses every single year in this country of people who have defended themselves by mostly just brandishing a firearm in self-defense. And you've had all these people that have literally just fucking, gone around and been like, oh no, here you go, man, kind of thing is what it is. And they'll just run off like a bitch is what it is then. Let's see here now. This person here is saying about, remember when on Boston Legal, the writers pretended that Alex Stone, played by 45-year-old James Spader, who could have any woman he wanted, had the hots for Shirley something or other, played by a short-haired, dried-up, 48-year-old Candace Burden. Yeah. trying to remember who that is now. I'll look that name up now. Oh, I think I pronounced her name wrong. Yeah, I remember that woman now. She was the oh God, what the fuck did she play? Murphy Brown, I think is what it was, right? Yeah, Murphy Brown. She was Murphy Brown. So I'm not gonna. She was actually a decent looking chick back in the day, man. She was. Now, granted, that being said, like almost her 50s and stuff like that, like nah, like that's not gonna be a thing at all, though. Yeah, and then that there's that famous picture of that one chick being like, let's see. This person said, trying to sound sarcastic, she actually appears to be pretty excited about all the gun-related killings. Yeah, that's the problem with these fucking leftist people, dude. That's what they are, man. They're a bunch of nut jobs. So I agree with that guy. I want my 41 seconds back for watching that crazy bitch. Let's see. Ghost here said something happens in her house, and the first thing she's going to do is call the neighbors who has a gun to help them. Yeah, exactly. Well, probably not neighbors. They'll probably call the cops, so it is to bring their guns, obviously. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that was actually an interesting one the other day there. So there was this guy who was that a bear cub or something else? No, okay. Thought that was something else there. Never mind, that was a different video I was thinking it was. There's another video I saw the other day where it was a guy, it was a wild boar who was trying to attack the guy, and he had it was like basically just whatever the state law allows you to have for hunting and stuff. So it'd be like it would be one in the chamber and then two in the actual tube for the shotgun he had. And he was like, boom. And he was like, boom, boom. Misses this fucking wild boar every single time. And then the boar is still charging his ass. And he's sitting there with a fucking gun, like smacking at the fucking boar and shit. It's like if he had a bayonet somehow fixes that, he could have been like stab a bunch of times, I guess, and probably done a better job, obviously. But yeah, like people talk about like, why do you need like 30 rounds or something like that, dude? It's like, I don't know, because we got fucking crazy ass like super pigs and shit in this country and like all kinds of other crazy shit, dude. Or you got super predators for that matter all across this nation and major cities and every place else for that matter, you know? Dangerous motherfuckers who just want to kill you and murk you out, man. Maybe that's why we care everywhere we want to go, you know? So. Yeah, somebody was talking about jujubes. It's funny. Because that's the woman's name, part of it was, honestly. So, yeah, somebody else said this lady again. We are Americans. We are crazy as fuck, and we love it. Yeah, that's what somebody said here. Yeah, that sounds about right, man. I agree with that one, honestly. Somebody doing a Gavin Newsom parody account here, talking about this woman saying, "Woman looks like my mom." Yep, sounds about right, dude. Somebody else said her haircut speaks volumes as well. Let's see what else we got here now. Let's see where we got here now. We talking about Portuguese dub for it. Somebody else said this woman looks like her science teacher. Let's see here. Somebody else says statistics say that 80% of gun crimes and mass killings are directly related to Democratic voters. This is a fact, and I challenge anyone to prove me wrong. I would agree with that, honestly. I would agree with that. I would say it's even more than that, probably. Actually, if you look into the actual like breakdown of every single gun crime in this country, honestly, dude. Like, if it's not Democrat voters, it's people with Democrat supporters. Would it be then? That'd be almost every single one of them is what it is then. You know, it's like, and that's what's fucked up too, by the way. Like, you had that shooting happen in Iowa yesterday, and you had all these trans motherfuckers being like, oh, all the people saying it's another trans person or whatever the case be, and then trying to blame like white men, but of course using the cis slur is what it is, which I fucking hate, by the way, because it's nothing more than a fucking derogatory term towards straight people is what it is, dude. And so you were like, oh, they were like, oh, challenge us on this or whatever the case be, and I was like, okay, I will, you know, and I called them fuck out on the whole thing, dude. I was like, no, you know what, this is fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, you are actively pushing bullshit here. to where you're sitting there falsely claiming narratives and everything else like that. And in reality, you're not looking at what has caused every mass shooting in this country for the past 34 years, which is the Gun-Free School Zones Act of 1990, something that Joe Biden himself was the primary sponsor of and helped get passed through back in 1990 under George W. Bush's administration at the time. Or I should say George H.W. Bush, which would be Bush Sr. is what it is there. And yeah, ever since then, you have had massacre after massacre. Hell, 4 years after that, they banned fucking so-called assault weapons in this country, only to then turn around and you have Columbine happening in that time period, dude. That wasn't even used with any of it. I believe actually, I think maybe the Tech 9s that were used, because I know that one kid had Tech 9s what it was in Columbine. I think maybe that might have been on the roster or something, or the registry or whatever it was there for the so-called assault weapons ban is what it was there for 94, 2004 is what it was. But yeah, every other gun used was like a shotgun, a couple like handguns and stuff. None of those were actually on the roster, dude. None of those were actually on the fucking banned list is what it was. But of course, what do you have in response to Columbine then? Oh, you can't buy guns through the mail anymore because what happened was you had those guys buy a shotgun. I think it was parts of it or whatever it was then. That you could buy back in the day, back in like 98, 99 is what it was there. And then, of course, that was banned after the fact then where you couldn't buy online is what it was, straight to the house is what it was there. And then, of course, you have these dumbass leftists that, 20-something years later now is what it is. Actually, no, it would be 30-something years later now. Or wait, is it 30 years later now? I'm trying to think now. 2009, 2020, 2019. 25 years later. Yeah, 24, 25 years later now. Still believe that you can buy a fucking gun and have it sent to your home, dude. It's like, nah, bitch, you got to go to an FFL and have it fucking done there is what it is. You can technically purchase a firearm online for a better price, obviously, in a lot of cases, in many cases there, from a website. But you still have to, upon purchase of that gun, have the serialized firearms sent to an FFL in this country and go there and fill out a 4473 background check. Make sure you're not mentally adjudicated. Make sure you're not fucking nuts. Make sure you're not a fucking felon, et cetera, et cetera. And only then, upon completing that background check, can you then purchase that fucking firearm that you transfer to that gun shop is what it is then. So, anyway. Ask Duke about his Model 10s, by the way. I had to do it, man. I had to do it, honestly, today, because that's just funny. Obviously, NAA's been getting shit all week for that one. Which, I don't blame him, man. I mean, seriously. How do you buy 5 Model 10s and not keep one of them, bro? Like, you're gonna sell all 5 of them and stuff. Now, granted, when he bought those, I don't think you realized that transfer fee that he was gonna have sent to the place he was gonna have sent to is what it was so much, because as it was, what he actually bought those for, he essentially had to sell one just to pay for the transfer fees of the other of all 5 of them. That's what it was. So, yeah, kind of sucks, man. But yeah, I could honestly see like doing that to pay for the transfer fees. And then maybe selling like 3 others to people you know and stuff for like, make a little bit of money off them, whatever, then if that be the case then. Because you realize you don't want, a bunch of them is what it is then. But yeah, at least keep one, man. At least keep one to be, Model 10 brothers with Honda and NEA and stuff like that, man. Seriously. But anyway, I don't know. It is what it is. That's Duke for you. Somebody's talking about the crazy woman. So can somebody tell her about how many dentists there were in 2023? Yeah, somebody else said she's bitter. Yeah, exactly, dude. She got no eggs, bro. And somebody else said, wait till she finds out what the government has done in 2023. Yeah, exactly. See, that person said she looked like Jeffrey March with no longer hair and no beard. Let me check that one out, actually. Who is Jeffrey March? They mean Marsh, maybe? Let me look up images of Jeffrey March. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're talking about this nut job here. Fucking trans motherfucker. Yeah? Maybe. Yeah, I can kind of see that, honestly. Yeah, I can kind of see that. Yeah, I think they meant Marsh is what it was there. Yeah, see that crazy motherfucker was, dude. And then somebody else said how many were aborted. So I'm guessing that means about abortion and stuff like that. That's another thing too, by the way. If you're gonna talk about like guns and stuff like that, talk about abortion, lady. Seriously. So somebody else said the woman sounds like an early revision of the computer voice that would scam call you saying there was $1,600 invoice in your Amazon account. That's funny. This woolly guy here said face videos need to go for these people. If you're single, it means no one wants to see you this close in real life either. If you're not single, there's only one person that does, and it ain't me. Yeah, meaning how crazily close she was to the camera there. God, that woman just looks so insane. Like, just even her fucking like eyebrow raises, dude. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Dude, like she just, oh my God, man. Like she's just a straight psycho. She is a fucking psychotic loon, man. Like you want to talk about, like that's what I'm saying, man. Like I've been talking about this on the open channel for a couple years now. Is what it is. When I talk about demon possession, that's what this woman is, dude. She has a fucking demon inside of her body. Like she has been demonically possessed by some random ass demon, like a long, long time ago. And I mean that shit seriously. So, anyway. Oh, here's what the people were talking about. They were talking about Senpuku eyes, I think is what it's called. And yeah, it's like it's basically like Manson eyes is what they're talking about there, essentially, where it's like you're just psychotic lunatics is what it is. Actually, I'm gonna look up that whole terminology and see what it pops up with. So, let's see. Senpuku gun, or Senpuku, meaning three whites. It was introduced in English by George Osaka in the mid-1960s. Generally referred to in English as Senpuku eyes, refers to eyes in which either the white space above or below the iris is revealed. The medical condition in which that can be seen below the iris is called lower something show or inferior show. See, it's traditional Chinese, Japanese. Face reading said when the white part of the eye, known as that part, is visible beneath the iris, represents physical imbalance in the body and is claimed by the to be present in alcoholics, drug addicts, or people who overconsume sugar or grain. Interesting. So conversely, when the upper part of the eye is visible there, it can be an indication of, there you go, mental imbalance in people such as people who have psychosis, murderers, or anyone rageful. So in either condition, it is believed that these people attract accidents and violence. Interesting. Nope.
Hey, man, what's up?
Nothing much. Just having to deal with the backup channel now because they fucked me in my regular one is what it is.
Yeah, so. I heard that. That's some messed up stuff. Hopefully you can hear me all right. You're like in the speakers of my truck, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just talking about the that thing that Duke was talking about recently with the eye thing.
Yeah, that's crazy. You should put a link to that in the Discord. That's actually freaking crazy.
I will.
We have a guy at work we just hired from like an associated staffing, which like basically it's like just like a job placement deal. And his eyes are like that. Everybody's like calling him Bubbles. So I'm going to get him his favorite candy bar next week so I don't die.
That's messed up, man.
Dude, I'm sorry. Every time I've ever met a weirdo like that, like I just ask him what his favorite candy bar is and then get him one, so I'm the last one shot. Anyway, yeah, sorry. I have like 2.5 hours spine PT twice a week. It sucks. So
yeah, I know everybody's dealing with everything these days.
I'm telling you. How's your mom doing?
Yeah, I haven't heard from her in a while yet.
Oh, shit.
I know she's supposed to be, well, that's why I'm trying to do the GoFundMe now is what it is, because Yeah, I'm trying to get her more. Well, I'm trying to basically get that going so I can get her some more PT, is what it is, because we're only giving her a half hour on her insurance right now, and then per day is what it is. And then if we can't get her up and walking again, it's going to be a situation where we have to sell the house because apparently the way Ohio law works is so fucking stupid. In order to get Medicare and Medicaid to pay for like long-term care, you have to basically be destitute and sell every possession you have and use that money first to pay off everything for the place, is what it is then, which means she would have to sell the house or car, etc. And I have to go find a new place to live then. And yeah, we'd have it really is just a way for them to fucking set generational wealth in this season, what it is then.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it's that way across the board, honestly.
Yeah. After this chat or something, when we're not live, I can hook you up with some stuff because my wife works at a bank and we have my father-in-law's and her granddad's house set up, so that way we don't have to do that. I'll show you some stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, that's bullshit though. Otherwise, like if a lot of people don't know the bank tricks like that, like it's basically highway robbery. It's pretty crooked how it's all set up.
Yeah, it is. Huh. So people were doing a bunch of other people that had those crazy looking eyes there. So you had obviously Charles Manson. You had the guy that did the Batman shooting there in Colorado.
Yeah.
The dude that was the I'm trying to remember what the guy's name was offhand. He was the cult leader guy in Nevada that killed themselves there. You got the dude who they claimed did Sandy Hook. Not sure who this one on the very bottom is there. And then the last dude was the pedophile overseas, is what it was, who had like a kid show for decades. So
I think there was another kid that had eyes like that did a shooting too.
There's a lot of them. When you start, that's the thing, and this is another thing where you can tell, like, it's either like, and that's what they say, mental imbalance and stuff like that. And a lot of it is psych drugs, honestly. Like that's a psych drug look, honestly, is what it is right there for both these dudes, honestly. It's all these people, or like if you're MK Ultra and stuff like that, that's how you can tell they're like MK Ultra manipulated and stuff like that, and they're like mentally, being manipulated and stuff like that by whoever then to be activated as agents and shit, because it's always that same kind of crazy like death stare, basically. So
right,
yeah, it's pretty wild shit though.
I wonder if maybe like because that the kid who did the Colorado shooting, his dad was like a scientist or whatever, and then there was another shooting like the next year. His dad was like a scientist or whatever, and I wonder if like they both knew that like their kids were like messed up, so they tried some like some psychosis drugs or whatever on them.
I don't know. I know that one dude who was the guard. I think it was the security guard at the top supermarket there in New York. He created a water powered car before they killed his ass. So. Yeah. And that makes sense why they would kill him then.
Having that running around.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah. There was a video here that was talking about this fame change people, and it's like, oh yeah, it does. Especially when you get to a point where you're.
I wouldn't know.
Well, no, I mean, if you're like, that's the thing. It's like, well, whether it be that or whether it be like, lottery winnings or any kind of like money, like windfall where you have like money income is what it is there. To like a big extent. Like, yeah, it's going to change a lot of people is what it is there. It's also why you see so many people that don't know how to balance, actual finances, and then they go broke within 5 years becoming a lottery winner in many cases. So.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I want to say it's like 85 or 90% of people have that happen to them actually.
Yeah, well, they go and blow it so much, and then half of them half of them by the time they have to do their taxes, they're like, wait, I have to pay how much on top of that plus what they took out, they don't pay for that. They just blow it all.
Yeah. Well, I remember I was watching this one here where it was oh God, what was it now? It was a dude in Michigan a couple years ago, and he won a I forget if it was like a $50,000 scratch off or it was like $100,000 scratch off or something like that. I think it was 100,000 actually, because then it was like I think he ended up getting like 50 in the actual, or pretty close to 50 in the actual thing or whatever the case be for the payout or whatever, and he blew like $25,000 on a chain like a gold chain for his neck or whatever, and ended up getting robbed at a convenience store by a bunch of guys for it. It's like, the
well,
fuck?
if you're gonna be a dumbass, I guess.
Yeah. Actually, here's an interesting one. This is what happened in New Hampshire, I guess, this week or today. I don't know if it's just today or it was like just last couple of days here or whatever, but it was Liberal Representative Wheeler, Democrat from New Hampshire, votes to ban the trans mutilation of minors. He then calls out his own party. Good for him, man. Good for him.
Yeah, I wish
like
somebody.
That's when you see sanity prevails, what it is in many cases. Well, and that's the problem here. Like even here in Ohio, right? You had fucking dumbass DeWine be like, "Oh, let me veto HB 68," which they're gonna come back into my birthday, by the way, and override that stupid ass veto of his. Only to then turn around and as of earlier today is what it was. He then proceeded to put forward this piece of executive order, which is Ohio Governor Mike DeWine bans gender-affirming surgeries for transgender youth by executive order. Yet doesn't ban fucking dudes competing in women's sports, though, by the way, which was the other part of HB 68. And as my Secretary of State, Frank LaRose, pointed out, it doesn't matter what dumbass DeWine did here with this executive order because any other governor in 2026, 2027, whatever the case be, can come in there and be like, no, we're just going to fucking repeal this shit immediately because it's not law. So, yeah, he's just an idiot entirely. He should have been impeached a long-ass time ago when he tried to push the back like 2 years now. So, but anyway.
I don't know. I just find that I hate politicians more and more because they're just all out
every single day.
Money.
Every single day.
They're ridiculous.
Yep. And then, of course, you have that Merrick Garland asshole talking about, the 500 people that were denied guns under that BS from 2020. And it's like, yeah, what about the 10,000 or whatever the case be it was that weren't permanent people and were actually able to buy firearms and weren't able to get their guns then?
Yep.
This is actually one of the stories I was going to talk about earlier, and I forgot about it right now until now, which is this dude here in Pennsylvania, killed a 15-year-old, was already wanted for multiple violent criminal acts here in Ohio, wasn't in our jails right now. So at 24 years old, he was able to go over to Pennsylvania there and kill this 15-year-old in cold blood. It was a black and white hate crime, by the way. So, yeah, it was Martian Law, 24, was arrested and charged in the murder of 15-year-old Michael Gurr. It's a district attorney. It's on April 21st, 2023. At 9:30 p.m., the student, 15, was found bleeding, stab wound in the chest. In Pennsylvania, a neighbor said he heard a man screaming for help. The man had told her that Gar was banging on his car, bleeding. So neighbors responding medics tried to revive him, but the teen was not able to be revived, pronounced dead at the scene. So 2 days later, they found a tweet from a couple they wanted to speak with in connection with the investigation. The couple was walking hand in hand at the bridge around that time of the teen's death that night. And there's the whole thing for it, and they talked about the guy here. Yeah, here's what got interesting. So the investigators later identified the man in the surveillance footage as Marston something or other at the time. He was wanted out of Ohio for unrelated assault and vehicle theft charges. So he should have been arrested by our people, is what it is over here. But because I'm sure it was he probably was fucking let up with some dumbass bond or something like that. And they were like, come back to us, guy. It's like, no, he should have been in Ohio prison then. He wouldn't be able to kill this kid then last year.
That happened last year up here. This dude, an illegal, by the way, who they let him out on bond, and he went and killed like a 14-year-old girl.
Yep, it always happens like that.
They stole a car, killed her and the dog, and a whole bunch of other. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? How in the hell did he have money to get out on bond? You know what I mean? He's an illegal. What the fuck?
Well, in many cases, depending on where you're at, they'll just let him out for no reason at all. Hell, I heard one today, actually. They were talking about, it was Daniel Penny's story, actually. I don't know if I retweeted it I don't know if I retweeted it on X there or not. I have to look it up real quick. I think it's in my profile right now. But it was, let's see if I can find it here now. Jesus, where's that now? Come on. There you go, here. Yeah, it was the two-sided justice system in our country right now, which is Daniel Penny, 24, put a homeless felon in a fatal chokehold to stop him from attacking people in New York City train. His bail was $200,000. Last week, Mohammed Asadar, 22, broke into a New York City home and then raped a woman at knife point. He was released without bail.
Without bail? What the fuck, dude?
Yeah. They want these violent criminals back on the streets is what it is, especially if they're illegal in this country is what it is, man.
Dude, fuck that. I want to chop their heads off. Operation Peachtree in effect.
Yeah. Yeah, CBS when he's white, CBS when he's black. Yeah, pretty much just cucking out for the fucking other people who it is, man. It's disgusting.
Two very violent things. Rape with a weapon. Yeah,
Yep.
Send it back out. It's fine. But bullshit, dude. 22 years old. 22 years old. Oh, yeah, like he's going to change.
Yeah. Well, then, like this guy, and Daniel Penny, heroic. This guy, scum of the earth. Exactly. But that's how their fucking entire country is raised. I mean, hell, you have the people over in Palestine now at the age of like fucking 7 being told, "Oh, it's perfectly cool to go off Israel."
Yeah,
every Israeli on earth, basically.
That's the religion, man. They like.
Yeah.
I think they're taught like basically every other religion but theirs needs purified. Yeah.
Islam isn't even a religion. It's a fucking cult. It's a cult ideology is what it is. It should be treated as such.
I agree. I say kill them all.
So, yeah. Something to change anyway.
I don't know how this is going to work out. I'm about to walk in the house and my boy's going to scream at me. I might hop off here.
It's fine. I'm going to head out anyway. So,
all right.
move it off with the King of the Hill Burger King. Look here.
Oh yeah, that's my man right there.
Yep, I've about McFucking had it. Yep, exactly.
I like it.
Shit, that was about right.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna catch you later. Hopefully, we get another chat or something, and we'll hop on then sometime. So, appreciate the link.
I'll probably do a Stay Underground Saturday tomorrow night or something like that. That'll be the case.
All right, cool, man. Thanks for the invite, sir.
Yep.
Peace out.
Yep. Yep. And on that note, I think we're going to head out too because it is getting close to that time. And I'm getting pretty tired. Actually, I'm getting hungry as well for that matter. So I'm going to go make some food, I think. We got some groceries in today because my sister gave me some Instacart stuff again. And got me some popcorn chicken from Aldi's this time because apparently they have the chicken breast things I like. So I'm going to try this popcorn chicken tonight and see if it's any good or not. But anyway, probably do that and some fries or something then. Be a pretty good dinner then. But anyway, anyway, as we always like to say to end these things off, always be carrying with one in the chamber. Always be carrying everywhere because you never know if some psychos can come behind you and try to kill you, man. Or, bunch of fucking psychos in a gang are going to try to kill you that day or whatever the case be. So yeah, always be ready to protect yourself. That's what it is against these fucking violent pieces of shit, dude, and period. Never allow yourself to be a victim ever again. It's a simple, honestly. Have a good one, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow for Stand Your Ground Saturday. Later.